Hi, this is Catherine Rose. I'm with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2016. I'm sitting here with Caroline Dennings from Blackrock Games, and she's here to talk about Eternity. So please tell me about the game.
So Eternity is a trick-taking game from 3 to 5 players, 30 minutes, 10 and up. From it's the artist is Virginie Rapia.
Beautiful art.
Yeah, I love it. And 2 designers, Cyril Blondel and Jim Bracois. So the aim of the game is actually, so this trick-taking game is to, you're gonna actually try to determine the number of tricks you're gonna win during the game, and but in the course of the game, so not at the beginning. And you will have an influence and can alter the trump all the time of the game. So you will have 42 cards of 3 different suits. So you have the sea, the earth, and the air. Each suit has cards from 1 to 14. We distribute all the cards, and the remaining cards are put on here, which we call the trump board. And the trump board shows which suit is going to be the trump. The trump suit will be the one with the highest numbers of cards on it, under it. And when you have a tie, like it is here,
it's the highest.
It's always the highest number of cards.
Okay.
So the most cards under it will determine the.
But if it's
trump.
a tie, then
if it's a tie, it's always the one on the left.
Ah,
on the upper left. So how we play, we distribute all the cards, and we're going to put all the cards and play the tricks. How do you do? The aim of the game when you do the tricks, it's actually to match the number of tricks you're gonna win with the pledges you're gonna make. And
okay, so you decide beforehand how many tricks you want to take?
No, it's during the game.
During the game, all right.
So we distribute all the cards, and each by turn person will put a card. So it will be the same rules for a trick-taking game, which means if you put one suit, you have to either follow the suit, or if you don't, you have to put a trump card, and if you don't, you put anything else. So the first person starts, the next person can either participate into the tricks or decide to pledge. So if you pledge, if you participate into, for example, it's this, the person can either follow if he has, and if he doesn't want to, he can actually put a card here and say, okay, I pledge, I don't participate into the tricks. Then everybody has put a card, and the person who wins the trick will be with the highest trump card or the highest card that has been put at the beginning, and take all the cards, put it all together, and that's a trick that is as here. And we have actually a peninsula. The person who has actually put here, take 1 tree and put it here, put it back here, and I will determine the trump suit for the next turn. So now it's changed, it's actually the blue one, that's the C, that's going to be the trump suit for the next turn. This tree is going to be here, and the aim of the game is so to do those tricks, and when you get a tree, is actually playing your tree, and that makes you point at the end of the game.
Ah, okay.
So you play all the cards, then when they're all finished, there are 3 rounds. After the first round, when all the cards are played, you're actually going to count the points you have, and so if you have the exact number of trees and tricks, you have bonus points after the first
But
round.
if you have ungrown trees, or if you have tricks without trees on them,
that's 1 point, exactly. If you have extra peninsulas with those trees, you have only that point, but no bonus points, which is higher. So it's +2 at the first round, +4, and +7 at the third round. And if you have, as you said, this, you have 0. So you actually need to anticipate what the other is going to do.
So this is worse than having an empty.
Exactly. But the only thing is pledging, only 1 person at a turn can pledge.
So you have
and never the first person who actually needs to start the trick
is allowed to pledge.
When you play by 5, you can be 2 person maximum to pledge. There is a possibility to play by 2, there are special rules for that, and by 3 it's a bit different too.
Interesting. Thank you so much. That is Eternity from Blackrock Games.